Chirac Drill Talk, we in effect. Chirac Drill Talk. You know who? The big boss. Blind thug, real ass nigga. How the fuck you figure? Get them figures. Blind ass nigga in the light of dark. Ain't scared of no pussy nigga, never been a mark. Yeah, this Chicago, Chirac Drill Talk. About to tell you some shit on some real talk. Stop playing, motherfucker. Pussy ass nigga. You know you just a clucker. Fucking with me, you pussy motherfucker. Get your lights put out. You in the dark, motherfucker. Gangster nigga. Yeah, this the gangster nigga knit, man. Double M, we up in here, man. Chicago Drill Talk, man. Share, comment, and like, man. Subscribe for the channel, man. Support your boy, man. Straight up, ain't nobody getting no bread off this, man. But I'm kicking these real facts to y'all, man. Chicago Drill Talk, man. Hey, Lil Los, come here and make sure this camera good, man. Chicago Drill Talk, man. We up in here with your boy Double M, man. Share, comment, and like, man. Definitely do that for me, man. Please share this comment, man, on this, man. All right, today we got the history and the story of Pierre Mahone, the leader of the conservative vice lords, a set that was on the west side of Chicago. This was back in the 90s. I actually grew up on this man's block, so I'm telling you some real facts about this guy, man. His name Pierre Mahone, man. He got murdered like late 99, 2000, man. He used to run this area called the Holy City, man. The Holy City was a set of vice lords that were from, I would say, about 21st and Pulaski to about maybe 14th and Hardin, going across from 16th Street in Pulaski all the way to Trumbull. From Cermak and Trumbull, all the way coming all the way back down to Roosevelt and Trumbull, I would say, yeah. Big ass hood, man. He controlled all this, man, with an iron fist. And man, Pierre Mahone, man. He was a 5-star universal over the conservative vice lords. He also was a renegade conservative, meaning that he went against the other brothers of the conservative vice lord nation. He went against them. So he was renegade. So everybody that ran up on the Pierre, they were called C-Fluid. They would say fluid, C-Fluid. He ran a neighborhood called the Holy City. And they called it, and myths, and don't quote me on this, but allegations of one reason why they call it the Holy City is because when a motherfucker get on your ass over there, you won't be calling for God to save you. That was one of the rumors of the name of the Holy City. Then the Holy City was also another name that was based on them being Muslims, you know, because the Vice Lord Nation also studied Arab and Muslim and studied the Quran. So it also come from a Muslim name. But don't quote me on that, man. Them the two names that I've heard. And I've also grew up in this area my whole motherfucking life, you know, and I had it real hard over there. Every day of my life, you know, had it real fucking hard. I had certain friends, but I had mostly enemies. And let me tell you about this boy Pierre Mahone. Pierre Mahone, like I said, was the leader of the conservative vice lords on the west side. There was also other vice lords that were under the Minister Rico. And he's the OG and the godfather of vice lords as well. And Minister Rico, everybody under Minister Rico hollered concrete. So Minister Rico and Pierre wasn't seeing eye to eye on the nation. So one group was hollering concrete and the other group was hollering fluid. And often when these groups ran into each other, one was C-Fluid and the other one was concrete conservative, they would have a problem with each other, often. So Pierre Mahone had a few henchmen up under him, you know, And why I can go so deep in this story, because I've actually know a few of these guys and got into it with these guys when I was a youngster, and these guys were grown men. You know, but Pierre had a couple henchmen up under him. One of them alias Big Baby Bass. Then he had another henchman up under him named Derek Woods. Another henchman named Chino. Another henchman named Coop. And so on. But these was like his main boys. The ones I just named. You know what I'm saying? It was like his main boys. So that's the main group of the motherfucking hooks. And I ain't tripping on your nigga cause your nigga crooks. You fucking with a blind motherfucking assassin. Hate to cut the song off, bitch, you just a dirty bastard. Let me kick on in on this gangster shit. In the holy city, steady loading clips. Ops on my motherfucking dick every day. I don't play gunplay, bitch, you know what I say. This blind killer, real ass nigga, let you know the facts. Blind boy, Booney Black got my back. And the rest in peace, cause I'm the motherfucking chief. And all you pussy ass niggas will be deceased. You fucking with a blind assassin, kick ass dirty bastard. You wanna fuck with me? Your bitch molasses, lay it on, nigga, cause you get fucked up. Fucking with a blind boy, I don't give a fuck. I'm the lethal ass villain, motherfucker, do the killing, motherfucker. Fuck with me, motherfucker, I'm chilling. Smoking on the Newport for support. All you bitch ass niggas, you just some jorks. Not doggy dog, niggas. You see me through the small, bitch ass nigga. I'm just a ward hog, nigga, eating shit up every day. I don't play, motherfucker, spaghetti. Spray your face, nigga, knock your brains out the back of your head. You fucking with a blind killer, nigga, you heard what I said. Anyway, let me go back to the story. No nuts, no glory, you bitch ass niggas story. Yeah, but anyway, man, like I said, Pierre had these 5 henchmen, man. 4-5 henchmen that was always under him. And he ran the neighborhood with an iron fist, man. He also did a lot of bogus shit back in them days because it was in the crack era, late 80s and early 90s, where Pierre used to extort his own people. Used to make them give him $250 every week on the block for money, and then he used to distribute the dope out to him and give him bogus ass dope and still demanded his money. He used to make the guys buy dope from him, sell them bullshit dope, and then they couldn't get it off, and he still wanted his money every week. So a lot of niggas was getting violated. You know, the vice lords used to beat the shit out of each other. They used to violate the shit out of each other all the time, man. So this nigga Pierre, he was actually a gang leader, and he also was working up at the Cook County Jail as a, a speaker for kids on gang violence and everything. You know, at the same time, he was a gang banker. He was working up at the jail, for the kids, talking to the kids, trying to keep them out of gangs. And he also had made his way to the alderman of the neighborhood, of the Holy City's neighborhood. I forgot what ward that was. But he also had became the alderman. So Pierre, slowly but surely, through all this stuff, through all the gang banging, violating, he used to throw parties on holidays, do little stuff for the kids in the neighborhood. But Pierre, one thing Pierre had over him was a few bones, skeletons in his closet that came out. He had a lot of skeletons in his closet, and these skeletons came out over the years of him gangbanging. One of the skeletons was him dressed up like a bitch, sitting on a gang leader's lap. I ain't gonna say the gang leader because I just said his name a minute ago. You figure it out on that one. But he came out with a picture of him sitting on a gang leader's lap dressed up like a girl. Rumors have it that's how he got his rank. I didn't know the Lords is giving out rank for niggas sitting on niggas' lap, but damn, that's how y'all doing it? Okay. I'm glad I never been a vice lord. But anyway, man, that was the run of the rumors was him sitting on a man's lap in jail, and the picture got around through the streets. And everybody who ended up with that picture, Pierre had them killed. Everybody who used to pop up with that picture, all of a sudden they would allegedly end up dead. I put it like that. And also, Pierre also went to jail for some rape shit. He also went to jail for some rape shit, and that fucked him up for a while. Had his name fucked up too. I don't know how you go to jail for some rape shit, then become an alderman of a neighborhood, and working for the police after you done raped the motherfucker. That's some crazy shit right there. You see how crooked Chicago system is. Damn. But anyway, Pierre made millions of dollars through the streets selling heroin, cocaine, and weed for years, had the fanciest cars and everything, man, But one day, Mr. P.L. Mahone decided to hook up with this gangster disciple named Charlie Hill. Now, Charlie Hill was a notorious gangster disciple that was from the west side of K-Town, majority the Cermak area. And Charlie Hill, rumors have it that Charlie Hill stepped to Larry Hoover and told Larry Hoover that I control the GDs on the west side and I run them and nobody else. Rumors have it that the thing people didn't know about Charlie Hill, he was actually in the penitentiary and he had a hook on his hand because one of his hands got blew off because he was in the army and a grenade or something blew up in his hand, but he had a hook on his hand. So I guess when he stepped to Larry Hoover with that hook on his hand, I guess Larry didn't want no problems and told him, yeah, okay, that's your end. So rumors have it, Pierre was getting punked around in jail. And Charlie Hill knew Pierre from the street somehow. So Charlie Hill stopped guys from punking him. But also, Charlie Hill wasn't the only guy that stopped Pierre from getting fucked in front of their presence, if you excuse my language. There was also other guys that stopped Pierre from getting raped in jail in their presence. And one of these guys was George Bonnie Black Davis, the leader and the don of the New Breed Black Gangsters. Now, George Booney Black Davis had a son on the street named George Davis Jr. that stayed on Pierre's block. And one time, or many times, George had to save Pierre from getting raped as well. So he owed George a few favors. And one of the favors that George Booney Black Davis wanted was for Pierre to look out for his son while he was in jail doing his 17-year bid for conspiracy to murder. So I guess Pierre agreed to this. So Charlie Hill and Booney Black are not two guys that get along. They're actually adversaries. So actually, I guess he ran into Charlie Hill in another section and he knew Charlie a little better, I'm not sure. But Charlie Hill helped him, stopped him from getting raped on many occasions. So I guess when Charlie Hill got out of jail, him and Pierre are in opposite gangs. Charlie Hill was the leader of the gangster disciples on the west side. Okay, Google. Next, Charlie Hill was the leader of the gangsters on the west side of Chicago. Pierre was the leader of the renegade conservative, insane vice lords on the west side. Yeah, let me say that again. Pierre was the leader of the renegade, insane, conservative vice lords. Because also at one time they were insane conservatives. Also it was renegade vice lords on Hardin. Rest in peace to Fahim over down on 16th and Hardin. Okay, Google, next. Also, but let me stroll on, man. Let me stroll on. So when Charlie Hill got out of jail, him and Pierre, I guess they had devised a plan together to take over certain blocks of the Holy City that had got taken over by other gangs and planned on taking some of the area back that they used to have years ago. So they had linked up and was calling themselves conservative gangster vice lords or gangster conservative vice lords. I don't know which one it was because Pierre was fucking with this other GD named Maine. I don't know what had happened to GD Maine. He was fucking with him and then one day I know they violated Maine over there because Maine drove a Benz and he was one of Charlie Hill boys and Pierre whooped him. Okay, Google, next. And they ended up whooping the man, so I don't know what really happened and transpired through that. But Charlie Hill ended up coming home. So him and Pierre devised this plan to take out certain motherfuckers. So they had hooked up with the GDs. The GDs in K-Town is on the other side of Pulaski. Pulaski is the street that's dividing the Holy City in K-Town. K-Town is the area where it's gangsters at. Niggas from the 6 Point Star run that area. Across Pulaski, niggas from the 5 run there. That's the Holy City. So they had linked up. But they also had linked up to eliminate this one gang. this one gang was actually the gang that the man I told you a minute ago, George Booney Black Davis, ran, which was the New Breed Black Gangsters. So the GDs had hooked up with the vice lords to get the breeds out the way. Now this was the downfall and the demise of Pierre Mahone. This is what I'm finna tell y'all about. I told y'all that much about it. But this is how his demise came in late 99, October, Halloween time. He kidnapped the father of X-Men, General X-Men, which was one of the leaders of the New Breeds. He was one of the generals. They kidnapped the man, him and Charlie Hill, and they beat the man real bad, and they leave. And the man that was watching him, he talked him into making him let him go. So the man that was watching him let him go. Felt bad for the old man and let him go. And when Charlie Hill and Pierre them got word that they let the man go, the guy that was watching him, they had him killed. So by this time, this man get back to his son, and his son, General X-Man, his dad tell him what happened basically. And also, it was also a situation. So when his dad tell him what happened, the Breeds have a meeting down on Roosevelt and Springfield in the area by the Holy City. So Charlie Hill actually rides through there. The GD Charlie Hill rides through there. He's a marksman shooter, and he shoots one time and shoots X-Man in his hand because the general was trying to up his pistol once he seen him riding past, and he shoots one time, boom, and shoots X-Man in his hand. So at this time, after he shot X-Man in his hand, X-Man wrapped his hand up. They were all having a meeting out there, and they took a ride, and they went more west towards the village. And then it was on from there. The war was on from there. So they pulled, the Breeds came up off Roosevelt, went through the village, came back from through the village. They come back deeper. They post back up on Roosevelt. By this time, Pierre Mahone is in a 2000 black Range Rover. And he coming up off the expressway, but he's also on the phone with a guy named Cupid, which is an insane vice lord. And he's a 5-star leader of the insane vice lords. So he's on the phone with Pierre talking. What Pierre don't know that this guy Cupid is in cahoots with the Breeds, and he's actually related to some of them family. So as Pierre Mahone coming up off the expressway, Cupid gets off the phone with him and lets the Breeds know that he's coming. So as Pierre coming across the expressway, he crossed the Roosevelt Road, which is the street that the Breeds are sitting on. So like 10 cars started riding up behind him. So as he's coming on down the street, Pierre jumps on his phone and calls his vice lords and said, "Man, y'all come out, man, I'm coming up the street." So by the time Pierre come on around, he's coming around to 14th Street in Hamlin, coming up to 15th in Hamlin. By the time he gets to 15th in Hamlin, it's a whole nother set of cars coming forward in front of him, which blocks him off in the street. So he never gets to 16th Street where his guys is at. So he jumps out the car, and they started beating on him, and he runs and jumps up on a pole and climbs all the way up a light pole. So they gonna start beating on him. So it's about 50 to 100 Breeds and jumped out their car and blocked them in. So one little young Breed, I ain't gonna say his name, runs up to the pole with a little gun, shoots Pierre in the legs 2 times, pow, pow. So he falls off the pole. So they beat him with all types of sticks and guns and beat him. And they threw him back in his truck. And they rolled off with him. When they threw him back in his truck and rolled off with him, Pierre bodyguard started shooting at the truck. So the truck accelerated and tried to run them over. So the truck and everybody in their cars jumped back in their cars and left and moved out. The truck accelerated, went over into K-Town, up in the 2600 section, which they're Mexicans at. So they drove Pierre over there in the car. And they made him get on the phone with his mom and told him they wanted $1 million for him. They was gonna whack his ass. So he gets on the phone and says, "Hey mom, don't get these motherfuckers shit. They're in the Breed." Boom! And all of a sudden his mom hears a pow. And that's all she hears. They kill him right there on the phone in front of his mom and throw him out in the fucking alley with a hole in the back of his head. They threw him out in the alley. All the Breeds went, regrouped, got back together, They're in their hood called the CVL Square. This hood is shut down now. One of the Breed's main headquarters got shut down. They goes back in their hood and started drinking, kicking it, talking about what happened. All of a sudden, 3 to 4 helicopters come lands on the projects, kicking open every door, sweep about 30 to 40 Breeds, lock them up for one murder. Mr. Pierre Mahone, who was labeled as an alderman of the neighborhood. Some of the Breeds are still just getting out of jail from this shit. They locked up about at least 50 Breeds and put one body on all of them for the murder of Pierre Mahone, the leader of the Vice Lords. This is the ending of the continuation of the Chicago story about the Vice Lord leader, Pierre Mahone. Hey, let's say, again, this is the history of the Holy City, the leader of the Vice Lord leader, Pierre Mahone, the leader of the conservative Vice Lords. This is the story of him. He got took out around October of '99. Pierre Mahone. This is the story of the Vice Lord leader, conservative Vice Lord leader, Pierre Mahone. Share, comment, and like. I hope y'all enjoyed that.